Is Bell County's land market crashing, holding firm, or heating back up? The answer might surprise you. Let's break down what happened in May 2025 in each acreage category, with real list to sold prices, negotiating trends, days on market, and inventory insights. And if you're a buyer or seller, I'll share what it means for your next land deal in Central Texas. If you're a landowner, investor, developer, or just someone interested in the Bell County land market, this is your DataBack land market update. All the numbers are directly pulled from May 2025 closings in Bell County. And just for your May 2025 market snapshot, interest rates are still higher than the last 5 years, but inventory is now moving up. I don't know what to do with my hands. Days on market are longer, but the real story, prices have actually held stronger than predicted, especially in the smaller or mid-sized tract range. In buyer interest, it's still present for the right properties. Now let's kick off the 2 to 10 acre tracts and what they sold for, the median price, and I'll give you a little extra. So the 2 to 10 acre tracts here, the median price per acre is $56,285. The median parcel size sold is around 6 to 7 acres, right in the middle there. And this is a huge jump from all the experts' expectations of what was supposed to happen during the month of May. And what we saw is many of these properties sold between $40,000 to $80,000 per acre. Now these prices are driven by the proximity to infrastructure, cities, Salado, Belton, Temple, I-35, things like that, you know. And for the third month in a row, Salado really stood out here. And then that's what's driving the Bell County price per acre being so high, the Salado prices. Salado is continuing to dominate this category and other categories due to strong demand and owner builders and commuters. So if you own 5 acres in Belton Temple, Salado area, anywhere south of FM 93, you are sitting on gold right now. Now for our 2 to 10 acre tracts, the median price per acre is $24,000. 519 is your median price, and the median sold sizes here are 15 acres. So you're right in the middle. That's the median. It's well above the forecast, which was anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 per acre for Bell County. But again, you know, we are seeing a lot of action in the Salado ISD, around Stillhouse Lake. It could even be in Killeen ISD, but it's going to be closer to the Stillhouse Lake area. And this is where people are choosing privacy over infrastructure in that area, west of Salado, south of Killeen. You know, you're going to be east of Florence. That area still lacks the infrastructure. You're going to need utilities, water, sewer, electricity, but the price per acre is still holding high in that area. So to sum it up, there's still life in that mid-sized area, especially when the location is right. Now for 20 to 50 acres, these parcel sizes, the median price per acre is $11,981, and the median parcel size is 29 acres. So you're right in the middle of the 20 to 50 acre range. Another outperformer, it's beating projections that capped around $10,000 an acre. Some of these sales reflect buyers looking for an ag exemption plays or future development inventory. And I believe that the price resilience here is really due to the confidence in the long-term growth corridors, especially in that area right there. You have easy access to the highways that you need to get to go south if you're commuting to Round Rock, Georgetown, or even Austin as well. And this insight even aligns with the Texas Real Estate Research Center located in Bryan, College Station, which notes that low volume favors quality when the land demand is soft, which just kind of reiterates when fewer properties are selling, low transactional volume, you know, only the best ones, the well-priced, the well-marketed properties and in-demand properties are the only ones that are actually moving. And surprisingly, this size range is the winner right now. You don't have to go 50 plus acres to get a decent price per acre range at the moment. This size range is now attractive to both builders and land bankers, meaning that someone is borrowing money to build a house there, even if they own an existing home. All right, we're moving right along, going to our 50 plus acre tracts, and I think what you will find here is going to be surprising. The median price per acre is $9,647, and the median parcel size sold is 73 acres, just over 73 acres. These bigger tracts are surprisingly upsetting, and if you remember last month, it was about $8,000, just over, I think $8,400 last month. So that's a $1,000 jump there. But if you look closely, depends on where the properties are being sold. Of course, location, Salado. And also, when I pull this information, it's in the past 180 days, so I can get a better gauge of what's being sold. So some of these properties that sold low at a lower price per acre range may have fallen off of the 180-day marker. So prices are going to change a little bit, but we can see where the price per acre is moving to, and it jumped about $1,000, $1,200 per acre. Now, when you get into the bigger acreage like this, you have holding costs, and despite those holding costs, some select ranches in ag land, especially with strong infrastructure and road access, of course, are still drawing the right buyers or developers here, which I don't know where the hell they're going to get the water, but you know, I'm sure that developers are still paying those prices, especially with higher interest rates and high prices right now. Now, these closings suggest that with the pool of buyers, the value perception still remains high. So at this time, it's not just the volume game, get. It's the quality. What are my pros and cons? What am I looking for? What is my goal? And now you get to sit back and actually look for the perfect piece of property, because of the days on market are so much longer, higher prices, higher interest rates. It pushes out other buyers on the market and the inventory. And speaking of inventory, let's go over inventory and days on market. Land inventory in Bell County is still heavy. With well over 1,500 active listings. That's from residential lots all the way to 400-acre ranches. And most listings sit over 100 days. Some large acreage tracts stay listed over a year. So in the bigger tracts, you're going to get over a year, and that's pretty typical. When you get over 100, 150 acres, those usually take about 8 months to a year and a half to sell, because of the particular type of buyer that you're looking for to buy that property. But here's the thing, and I touched on this a little bit just a second ago, but the right listings are still moving, right? It's not a demand collapse right now. It's buyers being selective in what they're looking for. They know that they have a little more time to wait, to determine, to go over the pros and cons, what their actual goal is in buying this property. And the Texas Real Estate Research Center at A&M, they say the same thing, with ongoing wait-and-see climate mentioned by trerc.tamu.edu and their statewide outlook. So this is statewide, what they've just stated. And if you have any questions about land, this is the best source of Texas land to pull information from. They issue out monthly subscriptions of magazines and what their predictions are, what's upcoming, things like that. Or you can just watch my videos. I'm doing the research for you. Now let's go over some sell to list price ratios. And what this is going to do is it's going to determine what properties are being listed for and what properties are being sold for. So this is going to give you a good idea if you're looking at a piece of property right now. It's going to give you a good idea on where to start on your offer. Most land in May closed around 94 to 96% of the list price. This aligns with the broader reports from agents and platforms like the ERA brokers, which are nationwide and statewide. The sellers are negotiating, right? But not collapsing prices. The prices are trending down, and I understand that the closed prices have grown, but this is from the delay in the last 6 months of prices trending down. So there's still a lot of active listings, right? So what we're seeing is prices are trending down, and because of the trending down, the average price per acre, the closed prices are coming back up a little bit, just because of the previous 6 months of land prices being at kind of stagnant. The Texas Real Estate Research Center had noted in the past updates that the list to sell ratios have actually softened, but quality land still commands near asking prices. And that's the key insight right there, is that if you see a property that fits everything that you've been looking for, go ahead and buy it right there, because it matches everything you're looking for. Don't wait and buy the dip. I'm helping some clients, some friends, I have their house for sale, and if you want to watch that video, here's the video right here. But I have it's an in-depth tour of their home in Temple, Belton ISD. But I'm helping them move to Victoria, and I'm seeing the same thing even in Victoria, that far south from Bell County, is that there is a lot of inventory, and the overpriced homes, the homes that are trying to get more than what they're actually worth, they sit on the market for a long time. But the homes that are priced right and have great amenities in their home that most people, the average buyer, are looking for, then those houses aren't staying on the market for very long, maybe 10 days. And also with some multiple offers. So I'm seeing that even in Victoria as I kind of discover that market there. But I think that's just statewide. That's all across Texas, is that well-priced, well-marketed homes and land are still moving. And the final takeaway here is the Bell County land market. It's not collapsing. It's not in a free fall. I just think it's just being recalibrated from the last 4 to 5 years. And also we're still seeing people moving from Austin, Georgetown, Round Rock up to the Bell County area, just because the commute, relatively, it's not that big of a deal. It's an hour to Austin, straight south to I-35 if you live in Belton or Salado, Temple even. And the prices in Bell County are relatively cheap considering Williamson County or Travis County. So 3 takeaways also: well-priced land is still selling. Buyers have leverage now, but they're not desperate for deals any longer. So they're willing to let a deal go if it's not the right thing, because they know here pretty soon there might be some other deal that pops up. And what's also going on the seller side is sellers need patience. The norm is coming back into play here. It's not going to take a month or 2 months to sell 200 acres. It's going to take a little bit longer, a year and a half. That was about the norm pre-2020. And another thing that sellers need to remember is prices are still declining, and I don't see it coming up. And when I mean declining from 2020, 21, 22, 23. Valuing Texas land isn't just math. It's about reading the market, knowing your market, understanding utility access, the development potential, and the buyer behavior. If you're analyzing a deal or curious about your land's value, I'd love to help, give you a free valuation, no obligation at all. You can call or text me directly. Text is better because I get so many spam calls that I typically don't answer the first time. But my information is going to be right here and in the description below. You can also schedule a consultation with me if you'd like to schedule something a little further out. The link is in the description below as well. And also drop a comment below with any of your land questions. I reply to every single one of them. And if you found this breakdown valuable, please like, subscribe, share with someone else who needs real land advice in Central Texas. I'm Trent Babb, your Central Texas real estate buzzard. Up next, I'm breaking down how to value an RV park in Texas.
Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worry.